Crizal No Glare lenses, neither water, nor scratch, nor smudge, nor glare of night can keep you from the clearest vision possible. And Crizal has ESPF 25 to protect your eyes from the damaging rays of the sun. Crizal. Live life in the clear.
I'm only in my 60s. I've got a nice long life ahead. Big plans. So when I found out Medicare doesn't pay all my medical expenses, I looked at my options. Then I got a Medicare supplement insurance plan.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you may know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement insurance plans, it helps pick up some of what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs.
To me, relationships matter. I've been with my doctor for 12 years. Now I know I'll be able to stick with them.
With these types of plans, you'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. So don't wait. Call now and request this free decision guide to help you better understand Medicare and which AARP Medicare supplement plan might be best for you. There's a wide range to choose from.
We love to travel, and there's so much more to see. So we found a plan that can travel with us anywhere in the country.
Join the millions of people who have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP, an organization serving the needs of people 50 and over for generations. Remember, all Medicare supplement insurance plans help cover what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call now to request your free decision guide and learn more about the kinds of plans that will be here for you now and down the road.
I have a lifetime of experience, so I know how important that is.
17 minutes before the hour, I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. You know, it's been almost 25 years since Hurricane Hugo.
That's right. It made landfall as a powerful Category 4 hurricane in Charleston. Now, Alex, before we go any further, have you taken your Dramamine? Huh?
I need it. If you're a nervous flyer like I am, warning, might not be the best thing. Close your eyes. But, you know, it's a really interesting story because before landfall, Hugo was a Category 5 that nearly took down a NOAA Hurricane Hunter plane as it flew into the eye.
As it flew into the eye. We recently visited with 3 members of that crew that was on the plane at the time that barely escaped disaster.
I'm getting my sick bag. I'll be right back.
I'm Jeff Masters. I was the flight director, also called the flight meteorologist on the Hurricane Hugo flight.
Jeff,
hey, Jeff.
Good to see you, Alan.
Good to see you.
My name is Jim McFadden. I'm the manager of the heavy aircraft during the hurricane season.
Let's go take a look inside the plane. I haven't seen it for all these years.
My name is Alan Goldstein. I was an electronics engineer on the Hugo flight.
This is the plane. It's still here, still flying.
We caught it at exactly the wrong moment. We were the first plane in, and we caught it at the only 6-hour period it was a Cat 5. Incredibly bad timing. I thought that it was okay to go into Hugo at 1,500 feet.
And I took one look at the radar image and said to myself, no, we do not want to do this. That headset was not available for me to announce to the crew, let's break this off.
As soon as we hit the eye wall, we knew we were in trouble.
I was very worried. I was saying my goodbyes, saying a little prayer.
And we hit 7 seconds of the most incredible turbulence anyone had ever experienced and survived in a Hurricane Hunter flight.
And then we started getting a lot of side-to-side turbulence.
I started praying. I felt, you know, this is what it's like to be in the war and people shooting at you. You know, this could be my final moments.
During the course of flying through the eye wall, the number 3 engine had a problem with fuel, and we had to shut it down. So here we're in the eye with only 3 engines running. The pilot is struggling to keep the plane under control.
We were 800 feet in the eye of a Category 5 hurricane. We barely made it in on 4 engines. We only had 3 now, maybe going to go down to 2. We were going to have a lot of trouble getting home. But the pilot pulled us over a little bit harder into a really ferocious bank angle to keep us, you know, inside the eye. And then we finished that turn, and then we were able to level out inside the eye after that.
We spent an hour and a half in the eye circling, burning fuel. so we could get light enough and high enough.
So we climbed up and went out about, I think, 9,000 feet, thereabouts. Fairly soft spot that I understand the Air Force found for us.
Certainly the most intense experience of my life.
Tough on the body, tough on the psyche. And when it all comes to rest, and you're very thankful that it's over.
Now, they survived it. You're going to be okay, too, Alex. Huh?
I don't know. I guess, yeah, for those of us, if they can make it.
Right. They can make it, we can make it.
Those pilots, they got it handled.
Brave, yeah.
Well, it is time now for our top 5.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you say?
Let's do some cool video from around the world. Like this. A fire in California's Klamath National Forest closed a road and threatened the Union Pacific Railway. This footage was shot from the Amtrak train going through the area yesterday.
Really eerie. Looks like something out of a movie.
It really does. Number 4, palms sway as winds go wild in the British Virgin Islands.
This was when Bertha was a tropical storm yesterday. Of course, now we've got Hurricane Bertha.
Number 3. Thunderstorms brought flooding and thick debris to Forest Falls, California. Look at that coming at you, huh?
Wow, and we see these vans.
That car is parked forever right there.
Yeah. That one's stuck. Number 2, we are looking at some downpours or wind-blown sheets of rain as a monsoon slams Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Wow, those winds gusting 30, 40 miles an hour. And number 1, it's a tornado in Turkey. A waterspout came ashore, hitting waterfront buildings. Dramatic video shows the roof of a building severely damaged and debris rising into the air.
Amazing stuff.
Tornado in Turkey.
You know, we want to see your videos as well. You can upload them anytime at weather.com/photos.
Our tropical expert with the tropical update on the Weather Channel cable network.
Covert ops, double agent, spy thriller. You don't know ARP. Thanks to the AARP Tech program, this guy is spying on his new grandson. AARP Tech gets people better connected to technology to better connect with each other with social media, digital devices, and apps. If you don't think #LoveDad when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Hey, Super Mama. You gotta check out this Walmart back-to-school event.
Okay.
A Toshiba Touch laptop, just $349.
Sounds good.
Super comfy boy socks, only $497.
Oh, I definitely need socks.
Sharpie permanent markers, only $397.
That sounds good. Wow. A 10-inch tablet with a built-in keyboard.
That sounds good.
Get to Walmart's back-to-school savings event August 1st through 10th and save even more on Cyber Monday, August 4th. Save money, live better. Walmart.
I'm Creek Stewart, Weather Channel survival expert. Every Sunday night, we're taking 3 regular guys deep into the woods.
Are you serious?
Where we'll teach them not just to survive,
make fire,
but how to truly live.
Look at this caveman. Show yourself what you're made of on Weather Channel Survival Sundays. At 9, it's So You Think You'd Survive. Then at 10, Fat Guys in the Woods. Premiering Sunday at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Are you ready? Off the couch, into the weather.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 76 degrees with a thunderstorm. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 76. Chance of rain, 40%. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Here's our 7-day outlook.
At PetSmart, we believe pets make us better people. They inspire us to remember things like life begins at 5:01 and when to choose our battles. For over 25 years, the pet-loving associates at PetSmart have helped you create more moments like these while giving back to the community, saving over 5 million lives, and transforming unlikely places into dog parks. At PetSmart, we're in it to create more moments like these every day. PetSmart, inspired by pets.
The sun is setting on summer, but there's still time for one more adventure. Make sure your car's up for it with great summer deals from Pep Boys. Right now, get a do-it-yourself oil change just $15.99. Or let the boys do it for you with our conventional oil change just $21.99. And choose from one of our top-of-the-line Pro Stop do-it-yourself brake pads. Or save $50 instantly with a 2-wheel precision match brake service. Keep your car and your summer going strong. Trust the boys to get you there.
Exposed, vulnerable, unprotected. It's your garage floor, but it has hope. The beautiful protection of Rust-Oleum Epoxy Shield, a showroom quality coating you can roll on yourself, providing the legendary strength of our cross-linking technology, backed by a no-peel promise, so you get a gorgeous finish with incredible durability. Performance has never looked so amazing. Find out more at Rust-Oleum.com/Epoxy Shield.
I get a lot of emails and letters asking for my opinion about reverse mortgages. Well, my opinion is based upon the facts. The fact is, the reverse mortgage is a proven way to turn your home's equity into cash. It's that simple. Facts usually are. You see, there's a lot of money just sort of sitting in your home, and AAG can help you use that equity to pay off some bills, eliminate your existing mortgage, fund your retirement, live a better life.
Call 1-800-709-6431 now to receive an info kit, including a reverse mortgage guide, DVD, and a new family guide.
AAG offers a range of reverse mortgages, and they'll help you find the one that best suits your family's needs. You can even get a line of credit that grows over time and allows you to use the money whenever you need it. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Call to find out how much cash you may qualify for. Call 1-800-709-6.
If I were to define the word foodie, I would say it's someone who has great passion and love for food. Cooking is very social. Cooking is very joyful, and I think that needs to be shared with the people that you care most about. One of the biggest reasons that our QVC foodies connect with me is that I meet them where they live. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook just like they are. And each and every show we're learning together and we're sharing our passion for wonderful food. And I think that's why our relationship is so strong. I'm David Venable, QVC's resident foodie.
The Indian River Lagoon is 156 miles long, representing recreation, fishing, and nearly 20,000 Florida jobs. Last summer, because of dumping in Lake Okeechobee, the lagoon turned green and murky.
I call it a disaster. So we pulled together to stop the dumping with record funding that will protect this vital resource and our jobs.
Joe Negron had it in his heart to do what's right for this lagoon.
It's our future.
Joe Negron coming through for us.
V500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
Weather Geeks, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
It is time now for our tropical update.
Hurricane specialist Brian Norcross has the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. Brian.
Dave, all three systems of interest are in. New 5 o'clock advisory. Let's get right to it on Bertha. First of all, this is the one off of the Bahamas, off the southeast coast. Is not a threat. 75-mile-an-hour winds, indeed, as we thought. Hurricane hunters finding lighter winds. As a matter of fact, the system is so disorganized, Hurricane Center is unsure that it's actually going to hang together. But the pressure is still quite low, and the winds are fairly high, and it's still a hurricane. And the forecast is similar to before, well off the east coast, west of the Bahamas, kind of threading the needle. Only Newfoundland here is threatened, and it may actually come apart even before that. Only threat is along the east coast of the beaches, rip currents, and big waves. Now, off to the Pacific we go, because this is where the threat to the U.S. is in terms of Hawaii. And here you see Hurricane Iselle, new advisory, 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. p.m. Eastern time, of course. 140 mile an hour, still the estimate. So holding with a Category 4, 140 mile an hour hurricane, holding with the estimate of 947 millibars. Now, this is just an estimate by experts in looking at satellite pictures. This is not because of hurricane hunters out there. They're going tomorrow, though, and we'll get much better information there, moving to the west at 14. But bottom line, a very strong-looking hurricane. And here is the new forecast from the National Hurricane Center on Iselle. So the thinking is that a slow weakening will take place. There are two negative factors here. One is there's generally dry air in here that'll filter in and affect the hurricane. The other is there's cool water, which I'll show you in a second. So a general weakening trend as it gets toward Hawaii, but the thinking now is a strong tropical storm to near hurricane strength in the Hawaiian Islands, which would be very unusual. If it were to reach Hawaii as a hurricane, that would be unprecedented, coming from the east like that in the record book going back to 1950, as I'll show you in a second. Now, Julio, here's the new information on Julio. It's about 1,000 miles behind Iselle. Hawaii's off the side of the screen there. 60 mile an hour winds now, so it's strengthening as we expected. Estimated pressure down to 1,000 millibars, moving to the west at 16. So here are the two of them. And so here comes Iselle toward Hawaii. You see the cool water there where the greens are. So it's right on the fringe of the really cool water. It's getting some of it. That's part of the weakening process besides the dry air. The other is Julio right behind it. If it misses the track of Iselle, then the cool water that Iselle churns up won't affect Julio. But if it goes right where Iselle went, then that would be a negative factor on Julio. So the future forecast for Julio is a little bit uncertain. Now, how unusual is this? As I said, it's not uncommon to have systems come from the east, but look close up here. They're all yellow, tropical depressions. Yellow is tropical depression, orange is tropical storm. None of these that have come from the east are hurricanes. The only hurricane we have since 1950 that's really strong there is Iniki, and that was from the south in 1992. So very, very unusual. So here is the model forecast. And we have two models here, one in yellow. That's the American model, and the European is in blue. And the way we can tell intensity is the number of lines. If you draw a line like 2 inches on your TV screen, how many lines are across there? Notice Iselle has more lines than Julio does, so it's stronger. Now watch as we go through the week here, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday, and you see that both of them are not exactly in the same place, but both have a moderately strong storm, tropical storm for Iselle over Hawaii. Now here comes Julio, a much stronger storm forecast by both of the models. The threat to Hawaii is real this week. Everybody pays close attention. All right, back to you, Alex and Dave.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Yeah, this is going to be one to watch, or should I say two to watch, huh?
Exactly, a lot to watch. We've got those storms in the tropics, and then, of course, the storms that are threatening parts of Florida, flash flooding. Kelly and Paul's back. Let's cheers to that.
Return. L'chaim to you guys.
Who is Paul Goodlow?
Yeah.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 75 degrees with a heavy thunderstorm. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 76. Chance of rain, 40%. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Turned into flowing rivers of mud and debris. It's happening in Southern California after sudden heavy rain. And the monsoonal moisture continues tonight with more torrential downpours possible. From the Weather Channel headquarters in Atlanta, you're watching Weather Center Live. We'll have much more on that flood threat in the west in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining us on this busy Monday evening. I'm Kelly Cass.
And I'm Paula Goodlow. We start in the tropics, though. We have 4 named systems we're tracking right now, 2 hurricanes, a tropical storm, as well as a typhoon. We're getting first with Hurricane Bertha. We just got a new advisory, and it continues to be a hurricane here in the Atlantic. It doesn't look very well organized, but we do have hurricane force winds with this. And because it is so close to land, the Bahamas, as well as the southeastern U.S., we want to get more analysis on this. In fact, let's head to our hurricane specialist, Carl Parker, with more on our second hurricane in Atlantic this year. Carl, Bertha.
Yeah, Paul, you nailed it. Not very well organized right now, and we think it's going to stay offshore and then move out to the north and east, maybe just clipping Newfoundland as it does so. So here is the latest advisory from the Hurricane Center. 75-mile-per-hour storm moving north now at 18 miles per hour. Really barely recognizable as a hurricane, as you've got some stronger storms near the center, but certainly not an organized structure to the system there. And it will continue out to the north and then curve more to the northeast in response to upper level winds. Could be some brief interaction with Newfoundland there towards the end of the week. Now let's talk about what's going on in the Pacific, because that is very interesting. We are watching Hurricane Iselle now, which is a Category 4 hurricane, winds of 140 miles per hour, now moving to the west at 10 miles per hour. This is an incredibly well-formed hurricane. Look at the symmetry there. Perfect circle, looks like a donut, and you see the eye right in here, and that storm is a very dangerous storm. We think it probably will weaken as it makes its way towards Hawaii, but certainly of concern to us. And there you see that sort of stadium effect to the eye there. Looks very much like a stadium in that it sort of slopes outward from the bottom up. So here is the forecast from the Hurricane Center, and they are expecting, because of the slightly cooler water and slightly drier air, that it will weaken as it nears Hawaii. But this type of hurricane is notorious for being stronger than what is forecast, and so we will have to watch carefully. And then behind that, there is another storm, and that is Tropical Storm Julio. Now, I want to show you the models showing these 2 storms. So first of all, you've got Iselle on the left there, and Julio on the right. Notice the concentric circles. We bring Iselle into Hawaii first of all, weakening most likely at this point, but perhaps a little bit stronger than what we're thinking right now. And then that sort of clears the way for this next storm, which comes in more from the south. And because the atmosphere will be more moist as a result of Iselle, it could be that Julio is stronger, and it's possible, Kelly, that we'll get a hurricane there in Hawaii in about a week's time. So there's going to be an awful lot to watch here in the coming days. And back to you.
Oh, crazy, Carl. Thank you so much. And of course, we're also following another big story in California, where a neighborhood in Southern California is cleaning up after thunderstorms triggered a mudslide that killed a man and damaged several homes.
Heavy downpours in the area caused the roadways to be completely blocked by heavy debris, mud, rocks, boulders, basically splitting the town in half.
And we're talking several feet of mud and debris blocking roads in San Bernardino County. A 48-year-old man was killed when his car was swept into a rain-swollen creek. The downpours brought as much as 3.5 inches of rain to the town of Forest Falls and nearly 5 inches on Mount Baldy. Also in California, wildfires are burning out of control right now. In fact, they're burning in at least 8 states in the West. NBC's Miguel Almaguer has the latest on this season's historic firefight.
In Oregon, 32,000 acres of forest land up in smoke. The lightning-sparked Gulch Fire, one of the largest in state history. 3 homes destroyed, crews now racing to protect nearly 300 structures. With wind to its back and fuel in its path, this blaze has plenty of room to grow.
You start to attack a fire in one direction, the wind shifts, and it creates issues for personnel on the ground.
Already the most destructive fire season in state history, in neighboring Washington, this weekend a new fire just miles away from where 300 homes were lost. Another 8 now gone. In California, a state of emergency. 6 major wildfires are intensifying here. The Air National Guard on standby, ready to launch at a moment's notice.
Right now, this tank is portable. It rolls in and rolls out.
With hundreds of additional firefighters hired across the region, governors from California, Oregon, and Washington have asked Congress for more money and resources for the Forest Service. In the air and on the ground, a desperate firefight across the West, a season just heating up. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Well, let's talk about the weather out here in the West, because we can still see some thunderstorms. That's good and bad. The good, it brings some rain. The bad news, sometimes it's bringing a lot of heavy rain in certain locations. The same location hour after hour. Flash flood warnings, meaning flooding is ongoing here. Areas of New Mexico, parts of Nevada, even California. Again, that means it's raining right there right now, but this is the monsoon time of the year, so we're seeing a seasonal shift in the winds bringing in the moisture. It's already hot. It is the Southwest. You can see the coverage is not only the Four Corners, much of California, Nevada, into parts of Utah, even up towards Wyoming and Montana, even Idaho, seeing this moisture in play. So the potential for this and our forecast for more rain gives us widespread flash flood watches. We have the potential to see some rain and some flooding in these areas as we head not only through today, but the next couple of days. So here's the scenario. We have an upper level disturbance coming on through, and all that does is add a little extra lift, as well as the moisture already in place. Widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms, plus we have the stalled out front as well. So we're going to see this for several days as we head through this week. The good news is some areas that need it, including here in Northern California, we have a chance of seeing it. There's also the chance of some lightning, which could spark more wildfires. So again, tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some of those can be isolated, strong and severe, and any one can drop a lot of heavy rain in a short amount of time. This even continues on towards Thursday. Areas of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, we'll see a little bit more rain as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday, and a little less moisture in play across parts of Arizona and parts of southern Nevada. Kelly?
Where nearly 500,000 people can breathe and even drink a little easier now. An update on the water ban in Toledo.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service to be certified by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, eliminating an average of 94% of common household allergens like dust, pollen, and pet dander. For a cleaner, healthier home. Certified. It's our new standard of clean. Call now about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
50 isn't 50 anymore. Join us as today celebrates Hoda's milestone.
Embrace this. Feel great about it.
If that's 50, I can't wait to get there.
From health and finances to love and family.
It doesn't get any better than this.
There's never been a better time to say, this is 50. Our special series all this week on Today on NBC.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in